everyone, welcome back to Crystal's Dreamlight Valley. Today we are doing some more Jafar quests. We are finishing up the one that we had started last time and then doing his next one. And I had actually recorded Facecam and whatever as I was recording this, but my computer decided to send that into the void somewhere. So we are doing some voiceover. And here is what Jafar had to say after we had put all of the geometrically stabilized objects back in their proper biomes. Alright, Jafar, your fix worked. I decorated with the repaired objects and everything seems just fine. Excellent, I am most gratified. And I suppose now you will attempt to return me to the lamp? Well, I'd feel a little bad about that. Not saying I suddenly trust you now, but I think you've earned a second chance. How merciful of you. I will endeavor to prove myself further in the future. If I cannot rule here, then perhaps my intellectual skills may be put to use as an advisor. I'll have to get back to you on that. Anyway, you can stay in the palace for now, unless you'd like something more cozy. Cozy? No, thank you. I appreciate the grandeur and austerity of living alone in my palace. All right, to each their own. I'll be in touch. Bye, Jafar. And so he gave us back the prism pedestal, and that finished up the objects of a second chance. And so his next quest is called the Alchemical Revolution. Jafar, you wanted to see me? Indeed, an exciting development has occurred that I wish to share with you, Crystal. Sure. Are you familiar with alchemy? A little, haven't dabbled too much in it, though. Good, then I shall not need to educate you on the topic. I have been expanding my research, and I believe that I have uncovered an alchemical secret. How exciting, what is it? If I am correct, I will be able to craft the famed gilded stone. The what? The gilded stone, an alchemical tool that allows one to turn base metals into gold. Wow, that would save me a lot of pumpkin farming. Of course you would have such pedestrian aims. Wow, rude. If you wish to aid me in this, we will require iron dust. Should we succeed, it will enrich not only yourself, but the entire valley. The ore is easy enough to find, but I require greater tools to reduce it to the dust necessary for my first alchemical experiment, transforming that dust into gold. Understanding the process will give us more information about how to craft the stone. Let me touch base with Eve. Maybe her laser could reduce the ore down to a dust like you need. Flying automaton has such abilities? Fascinating. Alright, I'll be back soon enough with some iron dust. Hey Eve, could you help me with something? Directive? Jafar and I are exploring the alchemical sciences. He's being nice. No, I'm keeping a close eye on him, don't worry. So I was wondering, could we make use of your laser real quick? I've got some iron ore that I'm trying to reduce to dust. It's to make gold that can help the valley. Oh. Beep, 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 beep. Wow, great job. Thanks, Eve. I've got the iron dust. Excellent. We may now make progress. I have prepared all you shall require. Behold, Crystal, with the correct materials, alchemy is simple, merely the combination of various elements. Combine your alchemical resources in the cauldron and we shall have our gold. Great, I'll give it a shot. So we took our iron dust over to the cauldron and poured it on in, and got a teeny tiny nugget of alchemical gold, surprisingly enough. But would Jafar be satisfied? I made some gold, check it out! I see. Pretty cool, huh? That is one perspective. Personally, I find the pitiful yield of gold rendered from the process unsatisfactory. What? We made gold from iron! Yes, though a trifling amount of it. Where did we go wrong? According to my calculations, we should have gained a 1-to-1 yield. If that is incorrect, this does not bode well for making the stone. Maybe alchemy works differently in Dreamlight Valley? I am impressed, Crystal. That is a quite well-reasoned suggestion. Guess I'm more than an assistant. I would not go so far. Dreamlight alchemy, now that is an interesting proposition, but it does somewhat invalidate my prior research. If we want to make the gilded stone, we will need more information, but from whom? Well, you're not the only one interested in potions and alchemy here. Oh, do go on. Jack Skellington is an amateur alchemist as well. Ursula regularly works with potions, and the fairy godmother is something of an expert on the magic here. What if I go and get some advice from them? That would be most appreciated. In the meantime, I will test a hypothesis I have recently formed. Cool, talk to you soon. Hey Ursula, do you have a moment to talk potions? With you, Angelfish, of course. Now, is this a general question about potions, or are you finally coming to me as a customer? The former. I'm helping Jafar with some alchemy, and we're running into trouble. Formulas he's used back in Agrabah don't seem to work here. Think you could give us some advice? Well, normally I don't give information for free, but I love the idea of Jafar owing me a favor. Tell me, what's the problem? We were trying to turn iron into gold, but the yield was rather disappointing. Turns out alchemy works differently here compared to Jafar's realm. Ah yes, Crystal, I see the problem. Alchemy is all about essences here. Think of them as magical embodiments of the different emotions that make up our valley. Recently, I've been working on one particular essence, the major essence of will. Oh, do you have any of that we can use? Afraid not, dearie. I've managed to extract one of the minor essences that make it tough, but that's as far as I've gotten. Can you tell me how I might find or make some? You'll have to extract it from something that embodies willpower and self-sufficiency. The last time I made some, I found a stone at the bottom of some quicksand in the glittering dunes. It was so perfectly smooth, it must have been tumbling away, polishing itself for centuries. Find one of those, and it should be easy enough to refine it into the minor essence of patience. Thanks, Ursula. I'll go try and find one now. Ta-ta, dearie. Don't forget to tell Jafar about the favor he owes me. Hi, Jack. How's the scientific research going? Brilliantly! I'm very close to isolating an essence of Easter chocolate. Cool. Think I could get some advice from you? I'm trying to track down some of the essences around here. What do you know about them? Well, that depends on what you already know. Shall I explain the distinction between major and minor essences? Yes, please. They combine at a 3-to-1 ratio, 3 minor essences to 1 major. However, knowing which ones to mix to get the results you want can be difficult. The essence of wonder is most interesting and very relevant to my work. Cool, maybe Jafar and I should try to work with that one too. How did you isolate it? Sadly, I've never been able to. Though I do know that one of its components is the minor essence of excitement. Perhaps, if you try, you'll have better luck. Here, take this holiday seed. If you plant it, it will grow into a special tree. Then you and Jafar should be able to extract the essence of excitement from that. Perfect. Thanks, Jack. Fairy Godmother, do you possibly have a moment to give me a hand with something? Why, of course, my dear. Perfect. Jafar and I were hoping to get a bit of help with an alchemical project that we're undertaking. Jafar, oh my, isn't he rather villainous? Trust me, I'm watching him like a hawk. Oh, well, if you have your eye on the situation, then I'm sure all will turn out just fine. Now, how can I help? I'm trying to get a hold of the various essences around here. Can you share any info that might help? Why, I'd be delighted. I'm certainly no alchemist, but I know a little of the magic here. Shall I first explain the difference between major and minor essences? I'm good. It's been explained already. Wonderful. Oh, do you know which ones I might need to help out with alchemy? I suppose you'll need the major essence of wishes, though I've never been able to extract that myself. But if you're as clever as I know you to be, you might have better luck. I do believe that one component of the major essence of wishes is the minor essence of fantasy. If you can find an object filled with wish magic, you should be able to extract the minor essence of fantasy from it. Oh, I recently saw a charmed book flitting about Ancient's Landing. If you can catch it, I'm sure you can do the extraction without a bit of trouble. Oh, that's perfect. Just what I need. Thanks. I almost forgot. Crystal, has anyone told you about the emotive essences? Oh, no, what are those? Well, they're rather elusive essences. You see, they can't be refined from any item or resource. You must perform actions to call them forth from Dreamlight itself. The essence of benevolence and the essence of wisdom are the most common, but there could be more. Oh, cool. Thanks for the info. I'm always happy to help, my dear. And so I decided to plant Jack's holiday tree right over by where I was going to be fishing for the stone. And without too much trouble, I was able to pull up an ancient sand-polished stone. And while our tree was growing, I headed over to Ancient's Landing to try and find the flittering book. I found it at the docks and chased it around for quite a while until I finally was able to intercept it. Once our tree had grown, I harvested it and brought the materials to Jafar to tell him our findings. There you go, Jafar. If you can extract the essences from these items, we'll be one step closer to the gilded stone. I also got some great info. These items can be refined into something called a minor essence. Then, if we combine them in the right way, we should get a major essence, which might get us to the gilded stone. Excellent! While you were away, my own research has uncovered a number of other items that can be refined into interesting substances. Based on your own field research, I may have found additional minor essences. Allow me just a moment, and... there we are! We should now have sufficient stock for a great deal of experimentation. My own experiments thus far have yet to yield anything interesting. Based on what I've learned from Jack Skellington, the fairy godmother, and Ursula, that's not surprising. Each of the major essences uses one of the minor essences that I brought you, plus 2 others. I'll have to try different combinations to figure this out. Well, I bid you good fortune in your experimentation. I'll try it out now. Oh, and Jafar, Ursula says that you owe her a favor now in return for the information she shared. Oh, how inconvenient. I'm so glad you feel empowered to enter into contracts on my behalf. So I took a look at what we had to work with and grabbed a ton of each one: the essence of desire, fantasy, determination, excitement, patience, hope, and sincerity. It did take a bit of work to get to the right combinations, but I soon found that if you mixed fantasy, desire, and hope, you got the essence of wishes. Then I found that the essence of patience, determination, and desire created the essence of will. The last one took me a few more tries, but I eventually found the correct combination of excitement, sincerity, and hope to make the essence of wonder. I was a little bit apprehensive to hand them over, but I did and said, "Take a look, Jafar. I think we're getting somewhere." Yes, excellent work. The gilded stone is nearly within my grasp. What are you planning with it? Better to ask what I am not planning with it. Excuse me, I don't like the sound of that. Pardon me, Crystal, I merely meant to express how the possibilities are endless when you have as much gold as the gilded stone is capable of creating. Let us not waste any more time. The stone awaits us. All right, here goes. So we mixed our 3 major essences together, and voila! Wouldn't you know it? We made a mysterious stone. Was this the one we were looking for? I'm not sure. What? This is not the gilded stone. This is nothing more than a common stone of creativity. It is as powerless as a paperweight. I must think. Where did the calculations fail? Do we need additional essences? Perhaps a type of refined gold? Hurry, Crystal. Back to Eve. We need more iron dust. Whoa, hold up, Jafar. I have an idea to fix this. You would deign to educate me on alchemy. May I remind you that I have spent years studying the works of the greatest alchemical minds. I have spent even longer searching for rare components and performing rigorous experiments. But please go on, Crystal. What revelation have you for me? No need to be so mean about it. I apologize, Crystal. We were so close. I seem to have gotten carried away. Please, go on. Well, you said alchemy is about the secret rules of the universe, right? Indeed. I am pleased that you are paying attention. Well, maybe that's the problem. We're using Dreamlight Valley resources, but we're still using the rules you learned back in Agrabah. That is quite sensible. What would you suggest? I was told there were 2 special emotive essences. Let me try and track them down. Maybe if we combine them with this stone, we'll get somewhere. Emotive essences? You've not mentioned them thus far. Oh yeah, the fairy godmother told me about them when I was tracking down info on the minor essences. The emotive essences are super rare. You need to call them out of a dreamlight by performing certain actions. I think it was the essence of benevolence and essence of wisdom that I heard about. I'll try to get a hold of those. Interesting. It is certainly worth an attempt. I shall be here when you return. And so we are now tasked with gifting favorite items to villagers and performing dreamlight duties in order to get our 2 emotive essences, but those will have to wait until next time. So if you want to see what happens and if we are able to make the gilded stone, be sure to come on back next time. And if you would like to join in the hobby ever after, be sure to subscribe. If you could like the video, I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!